Hello, and welcome once again to Tea Time with Suzanne. The T is for travel, transformation, and toning. Today we're traveling to the Chicago Botanic Garden. I lived for many years near Chicago, and I credit this garden for keeping me sane in the city. You won't need to bring anything along today except drinking water and comfortable shoes. Are you ready? Let's go. Airborne at Chicago Botanic Garden. The air between us is jubilant. We're driving to the gardens that heal and lift us to a different world. After a 6-month winter of shoveling snow, scraping ice, and freezing in the rain, we're so primed for plant-pumped oxygen, we're bouncing in our seats. An hour's inching through a line of cars lets us park 6 lots from the entrance, where we burst from the car, exploding from its doors into the sweet April air. Our smiles erupt as we pass Linnaeus' statue surrounded by children dressed in floral hues. One small boy has started to climb the botanist's leg before he is pulled down by his anxious mom. Skipping past the lotus pond, up the path to the rose garden, just greening up a bit, we find open space to take in the pale April sky, streaked with finely brushed clouds like spider lace. As we tilt our chins upward to take in the view, our lungs are expanding to take in the aromatic melodies that both flowers and trees are chanting, and our steps and our breath slow. Taking the narrow path past the rock waterfall that feeds the broad lake's bulk, toward the arching bridge over the river to the Japanese garden, filled with bonsai, crabapple trees in party dress, azaleas in flame, pink and purple rhododendrons, trees artfully shaped by the wires of Niwaki gardeners, placid Zen landscapes of gravel raked into ripples. Following the winding stone path between the hedges, we approach the bamboo tea house with its sleeping stone giants. Continuing along the path, we come to the aisle of blossoming trees, the English garden, the bulb garden with its bright yellow jonquils, purple hyacinth, red, white, and yellow tulips, golden forsythia, white and green snowdrops, ranunculus in such an ecstatic fantasy of rainbows that we are filling with buoyancy, our toes barely touching the ground, tipsy and rising to the treetops. Calm has crept into us unnoticed. Our entire bodies have taken in eons of growth, death, and rebirth cycles, assuring us of eternity, giving us confidence to fly with crows, cardinals, orioles, red-winged blackbirds whistling their arias, chickadees, blue jays screeching down at us from the pine tops. Purity of the air, the silence that enfolds the garden, making a backdrop for our delighted laughter, for birdsong, for the splash of water and rustle of petals and leaves, the scents of moss, damp earth, sun-warmed stone, all contribute to our increasing buoyancy until we are looking down on the party-colored patchwork, tops of trees brushing by our feet, the greenhouses, fields, groves and glades, islands, the carillon, the redwings and herons, reeds, and dots of brightness that are the people walking. We begin to float upward. Like hot air balloons, we are swollen and round, casting off our anchors as we are breeze-borne now, released from tethering sorrow and worry, skimming over the earth with absolute joy. We take this with us as we return home to suburbia, to work, to neighborhoods and schools, churches and shopping malls. Gradually, we come back down to earth. But discerning eyes can see the balloons of bliss above our heads, nourishing us and keeping us alive in the stifling desert of concrete. Coming back now, coming back to your room, to your seat, to the present, to here and now. How was that for you? You can combine this garden meditation with the Keen walking style that we learned in Tea Time 11 if you like to. I hope that this meditation has helped us to slow down and to find our calm center so that we can take in the love energy around us in the air and the light and the water, breathing it in slowly and letting that energy build and build. Air, water, light, and all the things that keep us alive are the expression of love from the source of life. As we focus on this energy, our feelings of gratitude and peace grow and grow. When we can hold no more, we release that love energy into the world, either directing it to a particular person or group, or letting it flow out into the world, guided by the source who knows exactly where more love is needed. Numerous experiments have been done around the world which show how powerful and effective this practice is, particularly when groups participate together. No matter when it is, when you join me in this, we are greatly magnifying our spiritual energy to heal ourselves and the world. I like to do this by toning, letting music also well up with the love energy and releasing it to the world. I encourage you to join me in letting the music flow through you and come out of your own mouth. If this is too uncomfortable for you, you can hum along, or just send out the energy of love through your hands to the world silently. As my husband says, it's all good. All offerings of love are multiplied, like the biblical loaves and fishes, and delivered where they will do the most good. Let's begin by closing our eyes, focusing inward, and taking 3 deep, long breaths. We'll start by taking into our deep heart's core the energies of love via the music of toning. Letting in the flow of love, welcoming the peace, letting in joy and truth and love, and welcoming all the love of earth, all the earth, taking in peace and love and joy, taking in love so deep within, taking in peace and love from earth, love, peace, and joy. truth, come in, taking in all the love we need, bringing peace from all the earth, taking in the love that we need, growing full of love and joy, filling all of our hearts and all of our minds, filling up, coming into love. Are we full now? Let's send out our energies of love now with the music, wherever it is most needed. One breath in and out. 2 breaths in and out. 3 breaths in and out. Sending love and joy and peace to all the earth around us here, sending love and light and joy and peace everywhere around the earth, where there's need, where there's lack, we send this love, sending peace, sending joy all around this wide world, sending love, sending truth, wherever it's needed, sending love and peace and joy all around to everyone, everywhere, sending love and peace, sending joy to all, everyone, everywhere, oh, 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 oh. Ah, so peaceful. Coming back now, coming back. Opening our eyes. I hope that went well for you. Please leave a comment in the box below to let me know. And any suggestions you may have for me for future tea times. I wish you great joy in the week ahead, and I will be delighted to see you again next Saturday. Goodbye for now.